Hi there, it's Mark Presnell, also known as Mr. Integration Online. I'm sitting here today with a good friend, Glenn Edley from Spike, who deals with email and email marketing and a lot more things around email, which is very exciting, I thought. Because for a lot of people, email seems almost a little bit old school, perhaps. People are maybe overloaded with emails. But I'm here to say email is dead, long live email. So I thought I'd talk to Glenn and see how, say, Spike, Glenn's company, can help businesses, establish contacts, build relationships, and do a whole lot of other smart things. So, Glenn, tell us a little bit about what you guys do at Spike.
Well, first of all, thank you, and welcome to Spike HQ, because
Yes.
we're actually at our place of residence and the local car wreckers. So, look, that's a really good question, and I think earlier this year, Gary Vaynerchuk, which some people might know, talked about that he wished he had built a bigger email database, like from the beginning, because I think a lot of people are relying on social, which to me is built on other people's platforms, and it's their rules, right? So there's been quite a commoditization of email over the years, but I still think it's really relevant. And to hear someone like him take that really seriously when he's built his business and his brand on social media through YouTube, it was great, because it means that there will be other people out there going, oh, I should look at email again. So that's why I think email is back.
Yep.
And it's it never went away, but yeah, it's definitely, well, as it says in the song, don't call it a comeback.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah. So what are some of your customers doing with email? Give us some examples, some of the exciting stuff, I guess, that's producing results, that is producing change or progress.
I think for a lot of our new clients, it's actually just going in and getting the basics set up right. MailChimp has made it really easy for people to send email. So anyone can send an email now, right? But that's not email marketing. So what we find is that one of the first things we do after we've done an audit is we look at their consistency and we look at the workflows. And the workflows, we're getting a lot of just really quick wins off simple workflows.
Yep.
So you'll set up a proper welcome email. Like someone signs up, they hear from you.
Yes.
They might hear from you again a couple of times. This isn't email marketing or internet marketing, big workflows trying to get you to buy. Although we do those. I think that this is just the basic stuff to welcome you. It's not done enough. And the thing that you have to be really mindful of with email is that it's not a blast.
Yeah.
It's not one to many.
Yeah.
Even though numbers wise it is, it's actually one to one.
Yes.
And it's still the most effective one-to-one medium there is out there right now. And I think with the way that technology is, and you can get your emails into people's inboxes, it's in their hands, in their phones, it's immediate. And I know that social and some of those things with Messenger are moving that way as well.
Yeah.
But it means that once you've got it in there, it actually can live a lot longer than a message. So we find that people come back to emails like a month later. So people, a lot of people use their inbox as a maybe a whiteboard.
Yeah.
Or something where they just make a note.
The yellow stickies,
They do, right?
Yes. It's very interesting what you just said about the blast compared to the one-on-one, and it was certainly something that's changed, I guess, for myself in how we use email as well, in terms of automations, where you might set up almost like a conversation.
Yes.
That has 3, 4, 5 parts to it. And you welcome someone, and then a week later you say, hey, have you thought any further? Or it's yes, people know that it is a bot essentially, or an automation to a certain extent, depending on how you write the content, I would imagine. But they can. It's a reminder almost as well, isn't it?
It is.
And you know, we all know that when that new Commodore model hits the road, the first couple you don't actually notice. Once you've registered it, you see them everywhere.
Yes.
And it's the same with your media, I would imagine.
It is, because you can stay top of mind with people. Like, and I think that, you know, even so, it's 2019. I've been doing this for basically 18 years, and email is still really amazing at two things: one, staying top of mind, and two, prompting an action.
Right.
And it's still the most, I suppose, is it profitable? Like, you know, the clicks and that. It's just so valuable because it's such a personal thing. And if you remember to write your email like you're talking to a person, it'll work a lot better. Because so many people they just dump it in there, and it's like they'll say things like, "Hey, everyone."
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
No, there's only one person at
That's
the
right.
other end.
I'm not everyone. I don't want to be part of that.
No,
Yeah.
and the thing is that you've got to remember that people think they're special.
Yeah.
Their favorite person is themselves.
Yeah.
And so if you can get their name at some stage and use it well, like, people feel obliged to read things. And also there is an idea that people get emotionally involved to a level with an email that they signed up for.
Yeah.
So this will bring us quickly to, I'll touch on email overload, because
Yes.
a lot of people talk about email overload. So what I've seen with email overload is that it's generally it's your work inbox that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the reason it's your work inbox is because your company hasn't got the idea of Slack or a messaging system. And they're just, it's all internal emails, it's CCing into this, and it just becomes a mess.
Yes.
Whereas your personal inbox, if you have a lot of emails in there, then it's actually your fault, because it means that you've physically signed up to a lot of newsletters, right?
Yeah.
And so you can't blame email for that.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm finding that email is becoming more relevant again as people move their business stuff to Slack or Basecamp or something like that with internal messaging.
Yes.
So it means that the emails that they signed up for is actually got more of a chance of getting through now.
Yes, understand. Very interesting, and certainly confirmation of the fact that email is still a very strong media to use in your marketing.
It is.
I would just want to conclude with one question, Glenn, and that is, what can retailers in New Zealand and in Australia do to prepare in the best possible way to maximize their return out of a good email service like the service you offer?
The best thing that they can do is add email onto the marketing calendar, not just have it as something that's a side. We send email with purpose. So email with purpose is aligning your email marketing with your marketing and business strategy. Now, you do that by putting it on the calendar.
Yeah.
You know, so often we go into clients and it's not there. They're sending emails, but they've got their newspaper, radio, they've got social, which takes up a lot these days, and with a low return. And I'll just come back on that. But if we can get email onto that with a really good marketing calendar and tie it all together and everything is congruent, it just works so much better. It's easier to put the deals in. It's easier to get the content, and you're going to be more consistent. So which means you're going to be top of mind more, and you're going to be sending offers and products and everything that actually people want to hear about. Because when you see an ad or you see something on social and then you see it in your email, and vice versa, you know, you're more likely to come back and purchase or do whatever you want to do.
Take the action.
Oh gosh, I actually just put something aside. Oh, social. Right. Social to me.
Yeah.
Great opportunity to build your customer database.
Right, of
the
course.
targeting is incredible, right?
Yes.
So you can use social to build your customer database, And the reason you want to do that, especially in this day and age, even more so, is because the rules can change at any time on those other platforms, which they do. And the fact is that from a business point of view, your value is in your customer database.
Yeah.
And the consistency with which you've stayed in touch with that. So I don't want you to be the person who says to me, after 20 years of business, I'd wish I'd kept a well-maintained database.
Yeah.
I'd be in a much better position.
Yes.
Don't be that person.
Yes. No, that's good advice. So yeah, really looking at building the list, using even other tools like social to target and qualify and segment your list to the best possible extent, keeping in touch with people, obviously.
Yes.
And just making sure that your content is relevant and is personalized. Yeah, some good suggestions, some good advice there. So yeah, thanks, Glenn. It's really good to catch up and see what you guys do at Spike. I think it's an awesome platform, and I hope you guys found that valuable as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Okay, cool.